Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tarot of the Day. It is currently the 29th of September, and I think we're the third day into the Mercury retrograde, so lots of reflection, lots of planning, not a lot of action. If you do act on planning during Mercury in retrograde, you're not going to be able to transmit exactly what you want to do. Because the good old Mercury god is walking backwards in the sky. But let's see what we have today for a tarot reading. There we go. So today we have Earth being the death card. Now, our Earth energy is all about our work, all about our living spaces, all about the things that we have. Now, remember, Mercury retrograde prevents you from moving, but makes you on the thinking and applying. So on Earth, you have a job. There is jobs out there that we do not want to do. Leaving the job seems like the best option. Right now, I'm asking you to hold off and evaluate everything. If you look at the death card, we have the sun rising in the distance. If we wait patiently, better options come. This is inverted. Wait patiently before you quit that job. Additionally, if you're having fights with your family, maybe you should be contemplating a different strategy on how to end those conflicts. But don't act. It's not the time to act. It's the time to wait and reflect. In our air, we have the inverted Chariots. So air is about communication, conflict, all things earthly masculine, war, those sorts of things. It's a Chariots inverted. It's time to start planning things out, but don't put anything in motion. With the Chariots, we have two horses pulling a chariot apart. It's about direction, about decisions, and about action. Wait. Analyze. What is the best options for me to move forward here? And then start putting together the logistics behind actually moving forward. There's a lot of difficulties coming down the road for a lot of people, and it's time to start really thinking carefully about our next steps once this whole nasty retrograde is over. Some people say that retrogrades are great. Me personally, they're communication, right? My phone breaks, my technology breaks. Yesterday I couldn't get a tarot of the day out, so because of that. So just remember, take time, review, and apply. Now, we are down in the fire with the inverted 10 of Swords. So swords, again, thought, communication, conflict. With the 10 of Swords, there's 101 different meanings for it, but we need to remember the sun is rising, just like in the death card in the background. New and great things are coming. With this one here, we have ourselves being impaled with thoughts and conflicts, and it's the completion of that. The old parable, live by the sword, die by the sword, is one thing that comes to mind. Now with this though, it also applies to you dying on your own thoughts and conflicts. So if you've lost something, if you lost a conflict, if you're losing something, you're losing a battle, it's okay. It's time to start planning and moving forward. Today's whole message is about planning. And reviewing and reflecting. So allow yourself to have that reflecting. Allow yourself to see that death is coming. That job is going to end. You're going to move, and that conflict's over with that particular family member. And it's time to start making your plans for what's best for you going forward. And you're being you have to take into account the fact that you've lost this and that good things are on the horizon, which leads us to water card. Woof. We got the 7 of Cups, water on water, intuition and emotions. The 7 of Cups has to be one of my favorite cards. It reminds us that there are always options, and we have these options before us. The universe is giving us a smorgasbord of decisions to do, but you can only choose one, and you have to make that choice, because not making the choice is making the choice, and that's when the universe gives you something that you weren't expecting. So as we explore and kind of figure these things out, there will be an option that presents itself in regards to the ending of that event, that living space, that job. And it's okay for you to make a decision. Sometimes we have paralysis. Sometimes we look at the situation and say, there's no winning, woe is me. I shall throw my hands in the air and sit in the ditch and wait for the water to come and drown me. That's not the case here. We have options. The future is great. We have the ability to move forward, but it's time to analyze those options. Head card and heart card. Ooh, okay, very specific. Head card, Four of Cups. This is very, 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 very apt for this reading. With the Four of Cups, we have these three cups that the traveler who represents us aren't really interested in, which aligns with that Death card way up here. The way things have been done are not working well for us, and we are experiencing a lot of pain because of that. But the universe is coming by and giving us something new in the form of that other cup, that other water. Something new for us to explore. And it's time for us to evaluate and see what the best method forward is and then apply it. That will inevitably result in conflict. Don't be afraid of the conflict. In this particular case, the conflict is because you're making someone angry because you're taking care of yourself and moving forward. It is okay for you to take care of yourself. It is okay for you to move forward. Their bitterness, their anger, their jealousy, their rage, their horrible decisions, it is all indicative of them wanting you to suffer. Why? Because you have done them something wrong. They shall suffer because they're wanting you to suffer is an application of the reflection of the suffering they're giving themselves by not forgiving themselves in the situation and moving forward. Embrace that conflict. Sometimes war is meant for us to engage in, and that's a battle you want to take on, because that battle is all about these things here. Being able to move forward, being able to grow, develop, change, move towards that star moment that we've got so much last month. It gives us that ability to be higher and better than we could ever be in the whole entire world. So, lots of reflection today. And that's your tarot reading for today. Like, subscribe, and share. Also, check out that podcast I did 2 days ago. It was amazing. I was very lucky to have Paxton Dickerson come on the podcast. And it was. I could have talked with a guy for the whole night, but I had to run. Like I have to run now. Like, share, subscribe, and check me out. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Have a wonderful day.